Hello everyone and welcome to another sneak peek video. Today we are actually going to be looking at the Explorer, and it is a very cute little tank. As you can see, it's got some moving parts, and one of the things I like most about this tank and the camo that it has is that the moving parts keep moving throughout the battle, so it's actually like an animated tank. And I quite like that. It makes it very unique. At the same time though, it is a Cromwell. There's nothing about it, it's a Cromwell. If you like the Cromwell, you will like this as well. Now, there are some very minor differences. The aim time on the Explorer is slightly better than that on the Cromwell, and the power to weight ratio is better on the Cromwell than it is on the Explorer. But other than that, they are literally the same tank, but just different skin. And it's not even a Cromwell B. The Cromwell B is somewhat better than the Cromwell, mostly because of the gun depression that it has. And this tank is, yeah, it's a Cromwell, so it's not even as good as the Cromwell B. It is a fun tank though, and overall it plays nicely. There's nothing wrong about the tank, but if you expect anything better than a regular Cromwell, you will be sorely disappointed. At the same time though, it is part of the battle pass, and the battle pass so far has pretty unique tanks. And more than that, it has tanks that have so far not made it back into the game in any other way. So if you are a collector, you will very probably want this tank as well. And of course, the battle passes always have like the camo suits, and they've got gold and boosters and avatars and all that kind of stuff. And it's overall always very good value. So for me, I always get the battle pass because of that, and because I am a collector and want unique tanks. Not to mention that, in my opinion, this tank is pretty cute, and that's another reason for me to want it, because I like cute things and unique things. I'm not into the whole realistic kind of tanks. That's basically, I don't need that. But when a tank looks like this, I will want it. And then again, the battle pass is pretty cheap, so that won't stop me from actually getting it. One of the things I did dislike about the tank though is that you can't shoot over your own bomb. If you're running away from people and you are looking back to try and shoot them, it generally will not work out for you because you will not be able to get the shot in. So that's a little bit frustrating. But other than that, it's a nice little tank, and I like that the parts are animated and that they keep being animated throughout the battle, just turning around and going up and down in case of the little camera at the front and all of that. And you see that a little less with me because of sniper mode, but you do see it, and I have tried to sort of like show it off where I can, and by just like going out of sniper mode in between shots. Because yeah, this is I think the first animated tank that we've got, and that is something that it just makes it more unique and makes me want to get it more, because I'm a tank hoarder. I have a problem, and I freely admit it. At the same time though, if you're not a giant space nerd like myself, this might not be the battle pass for you to go for, because unless you don't mind getting an exact Cromwell replica, there's really no need for you to get it. Like of course the values are good, the boosters are good, you get gold and everything, but if you were to want the battle pass just for the tank, then I'm not sure that would be worth it. It is a fun tank, but it's an exact replica of its Tech 3 counterpart, and for me that kind of makes it a little bit boring. At the same time, I've already said I'm definitely getting it, but that's everything to do with the fact that I just like the looks of it, and I collect tanks and all of that, so I kind of have to. But yeah, you need to decide that for yourself if you are going to go for it. The battle pass on themselves always have plenty of rewards, and they are generally worth it. But you need to decide for yourself if you want to spend the money. I cannot look in your wallet and decide. Value-wise, as always, the battle pass is a pretty good investment if you can get the time in and get all the missions done until you've basically completed it. Now, basically the two games that I'm showing you right now are both first classes, and that's partly because, well, when you get a tank like this on the press account and pretty much no one is driving it in this tier, it is fairly impossible to ace, and I just didn't even try. I mainly just went for pretty good games to see what I liked. And like with the normal Cromwell, as long as people are not shooting at you, this tank will perform just fine. It is a nice little cheeky thing, and the only problem is that it is a British tank, so it does not have a lot of armor, and it can be shot in the face quite readily, so you have to be prepared for that as well. Now, I play this tank like I would the regular Cromwell. Basically spot, cap bases, try not to be the primary target, that kind of stuff. But it's kind of like, it is a tier 6, so it's not too complicated. At the same time, you just need to be aware that you do not really have the armor to deal with much of anything. And the less people shoot at you, the better it is. I do kind of like the whole theme that we've got going for this battle pass though. Like I said, I'm a giant space nerd. And not just that, but we also have the galactic event going on with space things. And then we have the gravity mode coming in April and everything. And it's great fun. I mean, if you're a space fan like me, or space nerd as I would call it, then yeah, you will enjoy this quite a bit. But it was kind of the same thing with the March Battle Pass. Like, I mean, of course, there weren't like gladiator games or anything, but I really like that as well, and that has everything to do with my being a nerd about Roman history as well. And it's just continuously stuff like that. I like the Battle Passes and I like the Battle Pass tanks. They're relatively easy to do as long as you can get the games in. They're cheap and they're good value, so that's why I've been doing them ever since the start. Not to mention, like, I'm a collector, so I feel that if I do not participate in a Battle Pass tank, that I will actually lose out, and basically I don't want that. I'm a hoarder and I have issues. But yeah, I will, as long as the battle passes are there, I will probably still try for it. I really did want the frequency to go down though, and I'm not really too happy with Wargaming not wanting to do that, because they keep saying that it's more like, yeah, but you don't have to. At the same time, if you want all the tanks, you kind of have to, or you have to spend gold to complete it and all. But yeah, that aside, this is what I meant, by the way. You cannot shoot over your bum unless you're very lucky and the enemy is in high elevation. But that's kind of what I dislike about this tank. Other than that, it is a nice tank. It is not too complicated and it is quite fun. So yeah, that's basically it. Don't have much more to say. Just have a little bit of time left to fill for you guys to fill the video with commentary. These are the two games I decided to show off. I had quite a few more. I got wrecked quite a few games as well, but then I try and play aggressively when I do these show kind of games, because I want to see what the tank can do, and at the same time I know that if I'm not aggressive, then it's definitely not going to be an ace, and I'm happy enough to get first class for this, to be fair. But that's my little review of the tank and of the battle pass as a whole. If you're a space nerd, you will like it. If you have to like the Cromwell, you will like it. But other than that, that's basically it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys the next time again. Bye bye!